I'm a zombie. I'm starving. I haven't eaten for 3 days, but I'm too scared to go looking for food, 'cause I'm a half zombie. As a half zombie, I'm in a really awkward situation. Humans see me as a monster, and zombies think I'm too weak. No matter where I am, I'm an outcast. I can't help but recall the day I got bitten. I just went to my neighbor's to borrow a bottle of soy sauce, but then a kid who'd turned into a zombie bit me on the butt. The bloody bite mark is still there. When I woke up again, the apocalypse had arrived. There were zombies wandering everywhere outside, and the air reeked of blood. Since it was a kid who bit me, the virus wasn't too strong, and I still retained my consciousness. Besides stuttering a bit, moving slowly, and being a bit slow-witted, I'm fine. Okay, just these 3 things are enough for the zombie horde to bully me. I'm huddled in an abandoned warehouse, with sharp pangs in my stomach. So hungry, I'm really starving. I look around. The paint was peeling off the walls, the windows were broken, and there were cobwebs and dust everywhere. There was no food to be found. In desperation, I started gnawing on the wooden board beneath me, but those dry and hard pieces of wood were impossible to bite through. All it did was make my teeth ache. I gave up. Well, if I can't get decent food, at least I don't want to lose my makeshift bed. I sat there on the ground, blankly blinking my dry eyes as a sense of sadness slowly seeped into my mind. Just as I was giving up on survival, a voice rang out in my head. Ding. The system has detected that the host has reached a life-threatening state. The salvation system is about to be activated. What? I widened my eyes. A semi-transparent interface suddenly appeared in front of me, with a few lines of words on it. Hello, host. Welcome to the salvation system. Your current purification value is 0. Please click to confirm the purification method. Kissing. Kissing? What the hell is this? I frowned and poked the interface. To my surprise, it was actually real. Each time you complete a kiss with the designated target, you can obtain 1 purification point. The higher the intimacy, the more purification points you get. When the purification value reaches 1,000 points, you can choose to purify 1 zombie and turn it back into a human. My heart started pounding wildly. Then what if I want to be restored myself? Then the host will complete the mission of saving all mankind. That is, purify all the zombies. Completing the mission will reward you with a human identity. So who do I have to kiss? I asked eagerly. Host, rush towards the southeast. Your target is over there. I gritted my teeth. Well, I'm going all in. Anyway, staying here would just mean starving to death. I took a deep breath, stood up, twisted my stiff body, pawed the ground a few times, and then shot off. Southeast direction. Southeast direction. Ding! The target character has appeared. Please start your action. Host. Found him. I dashed forward with a quick step, baring my big white teeth and drooling. Kiss! The man seemed to sense something and quickly turned around, his gun already pointed at me. Oliver? I slammed on the brakes and landed face first, doing an involuntary bow. Ouch! I felt like my nose was about to be smashed crooked. James? Oliver put away his gun and walked towards me. Where the hell have you been? Do you know how dangerous it is out there? Oliver's tone was still harsh. He seemed eager to scold me as soon as he saw me. Are you hurt? Oliver took a few steps closer to me. Don't come. I backed away in a panic. I didn't want Oliver to see me in this state, haggard, dirty, and devoid of humanity. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I stammered out an apology, got up, and started running without a clear direction. Stop! I kept running, but after turning into a half-zombie, my speed dropped, and Oliver caught up with me in just a few steps. What are you running for? Do you think I'm gonna eat you? I was grabbed by the back of my neck by Oliver, and my whole body froze. Oliver. Let me. I didn't know why Oliver chased after me. Was he going to kill me? After all, I was a half-zombie now, the very thing they were supposed to eliminate. But we were classmates after all. How could he? Oliver, please, don't kill me. Oliver slightly lifted his eyelids. Why would I kill you? You're not a zombie. That hit the nail on the head. I was a half-zombie at that. I silently lifted the hem of my clothes and revealed my bitten half-buttock. Oliver frowned. Who bit you? Did you get a boyfriend? Where is he? Did a zombie eat him? I thought Oliver's train of thought was a bit strange. He was supposed to be a student. I glanced at Oliver's gun and said honestly, I got bitten. Oliver was silent for so long that I thought he wouldn't speak. I was about to leave on my own, but suddenly he grabbed my arm. Where are you going? Oliver seemed really off. I smacked my lips and confessed. To the warehouse. No way. Come home with me. I shook my head and pointed at myself. I'm a zombie. Oliver's eyes reddened. So, will you bite and eat people? No. Even though he smelled so good and I was starving. Then it's fine. Oliver's voice was extremely hoarse. You stick with me. Don't leave my side from now on. Ding. Detected emotional fluctuations in the target. Please complete the kissing task as soon as possible. I almost choked on my own saliva. Damn system, why would it make me kiss Oliver? He'd be doing me a favor if he didn't shoot me. Sensing my unease, Oliver frowned and asked, Hey, you okay? I am fine. I quickly waved my hands, trying to stay calm. But if I don't kiss him, I'll die. Oliver, close your eyes. Huh? What for? Oliver raised an eyebrow at me. Without hesitation, I leaned in. Oliver instinctively closed his eyes. I held my breath and slowly moved closer, trembling. Closer, even closer. I could feel his breath on my face. Just as my lips were about to touch his, What are you two doing? I was so scared that I jumped back like I'd seen a ghost, springing away a good distance. Seriously, it was like several meters. It was like something no human could do. Oliver opened his eyes too, his face as dark as a thundercloud. Sophia. I stiffly turned my head. A woman in a black catsuit appeared, with short, neat hair. She was actually quite good looking. Captain? It's you. I was wondering, with the end of the world and all, who could be flirting around here? Sophia picked up her gun and walked off. My legs went weak and I almost dropped to my knees. We didn't do anything. Sophia glanced at me, the corners of her mouth lifting, then looked at Oliver. Not bad, Captain. You sure know how to pick him. A real hunk. My face turned bright red in an instant. Even my ears were burning. I was so flustered that I started scratching my ears and cheeks. No. We're gonna kiss, but didn't. Sophia gave a sort of smile, making a long, meaningful, oh, come on, cut the act. Oliver said coldly, his tone unfriendly. If you've got something to say, just say it. Oh, so touchy. Sophia shrugged, looking nonchalant. Nothing major, just came to tell you the base wants you back. They say there's something important to discuss. Got it. Oliver nodded. Sophia gave me another sidelong glance, a mysterious smile on her lips, then turned and left. I immediately slumped down to the ground. Hey, you okay? Oliver crouched down and waved his hand in front of my eyes. Huh? Nothing. Oliver, should we head back? Yeah. Oliver replied, but showed no sign of getting up. Instead, he plopped down right next to me. What are you doing? Taking a break. Oh, for a moment, silence fell all around. I stole a glance at Oliver. He had his arms crossed, long legs stretched out casually, exuding an air of laid-back ease. The afterglow of the setting sun shone on his handsome profile, casting a soft golden edge around him, making him look incredibly charming. I guiltily averted my gaze. Even though I had no heartbeat, I still felt flustered. Why'd you stop kissing? Oliver suddenly asked. I was so shocked that I almost drooled. How did he know? But Oliver really did smell kind of nice. If I don't bite, just one kiss should be okay, right? James, you can do what you want. Oliver stared at me, enunciating each word. Was he tempting me? Since he said that, I stared blankly at Oliver's lips. They should be really soft if I were to bite them. Ding. Detected an accelerated heartbeat and flushed face of the host. Do you want to kiss the target? No. That's not it. I didn't mean to kiss him. Mwah. Ding. A kissing intimate contact has been completed, and one purification point has been obtained. I covered my mouth and backed away frantically, my eyes wide with shock. Oliver just kissed me. Let's go. It's getting dark. Oliver got up as if nothing had happened and took my hand. I walked slowly, and Oliver accompanied me. It was already dark when we reached the safe base. As soon as I entered the base, I felt dozens of eyes shooting towards me. I immediately covered my butt and hid behind Oliver. Oliver, you're back. The search and rescue team is looking for you. Hurry up. Sophia came over with 2 bottles of mineral water and 2 packs of compressed biscuits. I swallowed hard. Oliver glanced at me, and I blinked. Sophia understood and handed the food to Oliver. "Don't worry, Captain. I'll take good care of this handsome young man. You can go with peace of mind." Oliver nodded, handed all the food to me, and then stroked my head. "Don't run around. Wait for me to come back." I nodded slowly, my eyes fixed on the compressed biscuits. Oliver said to Sophia again, "He's not very talkative. Don't bully him." Sophia replied with a smile, "How could I? The people Oliver cares about, we cherish them too much to do that." "Yeah." Oliver gave me a long look, stuffed the pistol from his waist into my bag, and then left. The air was a bit quiet. I stammered my thanks to Sophia. "Thanks." "You're welcome. Eat up, kid." Sophia raised an eyebrow and motioned to the food in my hand with her chin. At that, I couldn't wait to tear open the package and started gobbling it down. The biscuit was dry, but for me who had been hungry for days, it was amazing. I finished an entire pack in no time, then unscrewed the mineral water and took a few big gulps. Only then did I let out a satisfied burp. After eating, I noticed that everyone around was looking at me in amazement. I lowered my head, feeling guilty. Could they all have found out that I'm a zombie? Sis? Mirror. I couldn't string together a complete sentence and could only say keywords. Sophia scratched her head. "You mean a mirror?" I nodded affirmatively. Sophia handed me a small mirror. What greeted my eyes was a deathly-looking face. The pale gold hair was a bit dry, and there was a faint mist over my eyes. Other than my deathly pale face, everything else was okay. I didn't look too much like a zombie. Then why are they looking at me like this? What's wrong? "You look really sad." I shook my head and forced a smile. "I'm tired." "Okay then, you rest here for a while. I'll go prepare a room for you." "Wait." I stopped her. Excuse me, is Oliver the team leader?" "Yeah, he's really amazing." Sophia put her hands on her hips and said proudly, "No one in our team can match him. He's led us to save a lot of people." After hearing this, I felt mixed emotions inside. Oliver and I were no longer just like humans and zombies, with a huge gap. Now we were even more like sworn enemies. "When will Gu Yuan be back?" "Oliver is in a meeting. It's probably about this mass zombie attack. But it's been a long time." I hesitated and lowered my eyes. Sophia chuckled. "You're worried, aren't you? I'll go with you to find him." I nodded eagerly. "Yeah." The door of the meeting room was half closed, and the sound of an argument could be faintly heard from inside. Sophia and I exchanged a look and quietly approached to eavesdrop. "We've suffered heavy losses in this zombie attack. Ammunition and supplies are almost used up. I'm afraid we can't hold out for more than a few days." A middle-aged man said anxiously, "Don't worry, I've sent people to look for supplies in nearby cities." That was Oliver's voice. "But Captain, the risk is too high. We don't have many people left, and splitting up our forces is really risky." "I know the risks, but if we don't get supplies, we won't survive this month." Oliver raised his voice. "The captain's right. We've got to take the risk if we want any hope." A female voice showed support. "All right, everyone, my decision is made. I'll set off early tomorrow morning." Hearing this, I was startled. Oliver was leaving, going to the place overrun with zombies outside? That was way too dangerous. I pushed the door open with a bang, rushed up to Oliver, and shielded him behind me. Everyone looked at me, some in shock, some frowning. "How did you get in?" "Kick him out," someone shouted. "It's okay. I brought him here." Oliver raised his hand to stop them and then looked at me. I grabbed Oliver's sleeve tightly, looked at him with teary eyes, and babbled incoherently. "No, don't go. It's dangerous outside. I'll go with you. I can." Oliver looked at me in silence, with complex emotions swirling in his eyes. After a long while, he finally said, "No can do. It's too dangerous out there. I can't take you on this risky journey." I shook my head desperately, and tears flew out. "No. I want to be you alone. It's Dan." I spoke haltingly, but Oliver seemed to understand what I meant. His brows furrowed slightly, and he looked a bit reluctant. Seeing this, the people beside us tried to dissuade me. "This kid clearly doesn't have the stamina. Taking him along would just be a burden." "Yeah, young man, this isn't a game. It's a real fight for our lives." "Exactly." Oliver spoke up, sounding extremely resolute. I said no, and that's final. I wiped my tears and left silently. Oh, stop crying. The captain is just worried about your safety, Sophia said, patting me on the shoulder, trying to comfort me. I sobbed and shook my head, saying, I'll protect him. Sophia thought for a moment. So what are you going to do? Sneak out with them? I suddenly looked up, a glimmer of hope flashing in my eyes. Seeing this, Sophia quickly waved her hand. Just kidding. It's way too dangerous. I can't let you go. Even if I were willing to let you go, the captain would skin me alive. I hung my head again, and tears welled up in my eyes. Just then, a cold male voice came from outside the door. Sophia, I'm taking him away. It was Oliver. I suddenly looked up and saw him standing at the door, arms crossed, looking serious. Sophia shrugged and made a go-ahead gesture. Oliver gave a faint and left. I could only trot after him. Back in Oliver's room, Oliver remained silent. After a long while, he finally spoke. Do you like talking to Sophia? I was completely confused, not understanding why Oliver asked that, but seeing his unfriendly expression, I answered honestly, no, I don't. So what were you two chatting about? Oliver pressed. Nothing. I keenly felt that if I told him, I'd be in deep trouble. Humph. Oliver let out a light sound, then lay down on the bed and fell asleep. Zombies don't need to sleep. I squatted beside the bed, staring at Oliver. Night has fallen. Host, please start your action. As long as the host reaches the required intimacy level at night, the danger coefficient of the target character's trip tomorrow will be reduced by 50%. I was startled by the prompt sound and looked around. Then I remembered that I had a system. Oh, so it was a system task. I secretly glanced at Oliver. He was closing his eyes, seemingly asleep. I swallowed hard, then tiptoed to the bedside. Ding! The target is right in front of you. Hurry up and complete the task. I cursed the system 1,000,000 times in my mind, but still slowly bent down and leaned towards Oliver's cheek to kiss him. Just as my lips were about to touch, I suddenly opened my eyes and found Oliver's dark, bright pupils staring at me. I was so scared that I jerked back. What are you doing? Oliver frowned. I stammered, unable to explain clearly, and my face was so red it felt like it was on fire. Just then, Oliver suddenly reached out and put his arm around James' waist. His face was extremely close to mine, and I could feel his hot breath. I stared wide-eyed, my mind completely blank. Keep going. His voice was low and magnetic. I was completely enchanted. Ding. Intimacy +1. Purification value +1. Ding. Intimacy +1. Purification value +1. Ding. +1. Congratulations, host. You've purified 5% of the zombies worldwide. Keep it up, sweetie. The system prompt sounded all night long. The next day, Oliver woke up feeling refreshed. I had even darker eye circles and followed him listlessly. Hey you two, what were you up to last night? Look at James' eye circles, Sophia said as she walked over with breakfast. I had a slice of bread in my mouth and shook my head, indicating I didn't know. Let's go. Oliver gave the order with a dark face. He glanced at me and Sophia, then turned and left. Sophia was confused. Did you make the captain angry? I quickly shook my head and blinked innocently. He was in a great mood last night. There's no way he's angry. Forget it. I still have to go scavenge for supplies. You stay at the base. I'm off. Oh, by the way, if you have time, go to my room. I left something for you. Oh, after Sophia left, the base suddenly fell silent. Worried about Oliver, I went outside the base to wait for him. Anyway, zombies don't bite their own kind. Suddenly, I saw something dashing towards me in the distance. Taking a closer look, it was actually a zombie. The zombie moved swiftly and charged towards the base. Then 3, 4, a whole bunch followed. Oh no! Zombies are invading. My heart skipped a beat, and I ran towards the base as fast as I could in my life. Zombies! There are zombies. I gasped for breath as I reached the gate, only to find it tightly shut and impossible to open. What's going on? I didn't close the door when I went out. Just as I was extremely puzzled, a rustling sound of footsteps suddenly came from behind. I froze and slowly turned my head. Dozens of zombies had somehow appeared at the end of the corridor and were approaching me step by step. They gave off a stench of decay. Their empty eyes had no sign of life, only a bloodthirsty desire left. The leading zombie saw me, suddenly opened its mouth wide and let out a shrill roar. The next second, it charged at me like an arrow leaving the bow. My mind went blank, and instinctively, I turned around and started running. It wasn't that I was afraid of getting bitten. It's just that even zombies can bully others, and I was the one being bullied. I was surrounded by a group of zombies, getting punched and kicked, with no ability to fight back. I groaned in pain. The leading zombie kicked me in the stomach, and I immediately spat out a large mouthful of blood. Cough, cough. I curled up on the ground, clutching my stomach, and tears streamed down uncontrollably. It hurt so much, really hurt like hell. Just when I thought I was going to die, a gunshot rang out through the air. Bang! The leading zombie dropped to the ground at once, with a bloody hole in its head. The other zombies went wild immediately and lunged towards the living people. Oliver and the other search and rescue team members quickly took care of the remaining zombies. He rushed over in one swift move, kicked away the zombie pressing on me, and pulled me up. "Are you okay? Are you hurt?" he asked anxiously, looking me up and down. I shook my head, and tears welled up and spilled out. I threw myself into Oliver's arms, hugged him tightly, and sobbed uncontrollably. "I thought I'd never see you again." Oliver gently patted my back to soothe me and said, "It's my fault, baby. Don't cry anymore." I was so caught up in my crying that my mind wasn't working right, and I didn't even notice how Oliver addressed me. I just kept crying. After applying the medicine, I went to sleep, but since I'm a half zombie, I slept very lightly, practically not sleeping at all. Oliver thought I was asleep and went out. I heard Oliver's angry voice piercing through. "You just left him out there alone? To face a horde of zombies by himself." I didn't listen to the rest. I probably already knew why the base gate was closed. Actually, I understand. Saving one person versus saving everyone. Of course, it's more cost-effective to save everyone. When Oliver came in, I didn't have time to pretend to be asleep. "You heard that?" He walked over and sat down by the bed. "Don't take it to heart. They were just afraid." "Yeah, I understand. Where's Sophia? Isn't she here?" Oliver's face instantly darkened. She sacrificed herself to cover our retreat. She led a large group of zombies away on her own. I was so shocked that my eyes widened, and I couldn't say a word for a moment. "Sophia, she's really dead?" I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye to her, or thank her for taking care of me. I wiped my tears and asked in confusion, "Where did they come from? How did they show up? How could they suddenly appear in groups on the safe route you'd planned?" Oliver furrowed his brows. "I suspect someone is controlling the zombies from behind the scenes. Before, zombies attacked people unconsciously, but now it's like they have a leader, and their actions are very planned." "Who? I'm not sure." Oliver shook his head. "Anyway, we need to find out the truth as soon as possible, or the whole of humanity will fall sooner or later." Ding. Side quest triggered. Investigate the truth of the zombie invasion incident. Please, host, try your best to find clues and identify the mastermind behind it. Quest completion reward. A large amount of experience points, special items. At this moment, I suddenly felt like the world was one huge live-action role-playing game. Early the next morning, I woke up from hunger. I opened my eyes and found myself lying in Oliver's arms. Oliver was still sound asleep, his handsome face right in front of me. I swallowed hard. I'm so hungry. I could almost eat him. Ding. Detection of the host's tendency to attack humans. Stop immediately. I quietly crawled out of Oliver's arms and tiptoed out of bed. But as soon as I took a step, Oliver yanked me back. "Where are you going?" "I'm hungry. I'll get something for you. Stay put." When Oliver got up, he was only wearing a black vest, and the muscle lines on his arms and chest were fully exposed. I crept closer and gently bit down on his shoulder. "Tasty," I mumbled in praise. Oliver didn't seem angry. Instead, he stroked my head and said, "Even if you're hungry, you can't eat this. Wait here. I'll go get you some chicken." Ding. Intimacy plus 50. Purification value plus 50. My eyes lit up, and I clung on, not willing to let go, hanging on him like a koala. Oliver sighed helplessly and had to drag me towards the cafeteria. Along the way, people in the base stared at us with strange looks. Feeling a bit embarrassed, I buried my face in Oliver's vest. "Stop staring. Don't you have your own wife?" Oliver glared at those people. Everyone immediately looked away and pretended nothing had happened. I peeked up secretly and found a hint of a smirk on their faces. "This is so embarrassing. It's all Oliver's fault. Why does he have such a good figure? such firm muscles, and it feels so good to bite. While muttering to myself, I couldn't help but take a few more bites. Stop biting. If you bite any more, it'll bleed. Oliver patted my head helplessly. I reluctantly let go and licked my lips, still wanting more. Oliver brought over a plate of chicken, and I started gobbling it up. After you finish eating, go back to your room. Don't run around. Got it, Oliver instructed as someone over there was already urging him to set off. I wiped the grease off my mouth, stood on tiptoe, and gave him a smooch on the lips. Ding. Intimacy +1. Purification value +1. Oliver seemed a bit surprised, but quickly snapped out of it and deepened the kiss. Ahem. Somebody nearby suddenly cleared their throat loudly. That's when I snapped back to my senses and quickly pulled away. Oliver patted my head in satisfaction, pinched my cheek, and then left. I wandered aimlessly around the base for a while, and finally ended up back in Oliver's room. I sprawled out on the bed, and my mind was filled with the image of Oliver kissing me before he left. Ding. The system detects that the host is blushing and has a rapid heartbeat. Would you like to recall intimate scenes to obtain happiness points? Get lost. I slapped myself in the face. That damned system. How could it have such a function? I tossed and turned restlessly on the bed, unable to calm down. I felt a strange emptiness in my heart, and it was really uncomfortable. This feeling, could it be that I miss him? No way, I'm a grown-ass man. How could I have feelings for Oliver? Ding. The system detects that the host is experiencing the emotion of missing someone. Would you like to activate the kiss every day function to relieve the pain of missing? Who's missing who? I was so angry that my face turned red. The Kiss Every Day function has been automatically activated. The system will regularly remind the host to have intimate contact with the target person to meet the host's need for missing. I'm not missing him. Fuming, I kicked the wall, only to wince in pain from the impact. What the hell is this system? Host, don't get so worked up. The system is just helping you grow. Look how energetic you are now. I fell silent. What the hell do you mean by energetic? I was energetic enough to begin with. I was too lazy to deal with the system's mockery and just flopped back onto the bed, giving up on myself. Host, please don't slack off. The side quest isn't completed yet. Take action immediately. I really want to slack off. I wriggled a bit and then stood up. I remembered that, before going out to look for supplies, Sophia had said she had something for me. I opened Sophia's room. It was neat, clean, and spotless. There was also a group photo on the table. It was of Sophia, Oliver, and me, the only group photo we had. My eyes grew a bit moist, and my chest felt heavy. Sophia was the only person besides Oliver who was nice to me in this apocalypse. Just then, I caught sight of an envelope with the words, "For James," written on it. I carefully opened the envelope. Inside were a note and a USB drive. The note read, "James, I don't know if I'll be able to come back alive. Anyway, I've always thought of you as my lovely little brother. I hope you can stop all of this. This USB drive contains all the truth about the zombies that you guys want. You must keep it safe. I've got to tell Oliver about this right away." I quickly stuffed the USB drive into my pocket and was about to leave when a creepy voice suddenly came from behind me. "Did you find something you shouldn't have?" I froze up and slowly turned my head around. A man in a white lab coat had somehow appeared behind me and was sizing me up with a menacing gaze. Oh no. I looked at the dozens of zombies around me and blinked expressionlessly. The man cackled. "Didn't expect you to be a half zombie too. So, what's your talent?" "What talent?" "Host. It's me." Yeah. The host has me, the purification system, which can also be called the world-saving system. So does that mean this guy has a system too? Hey, hand it over. Considering we're the same kind, I won't make things hard for you. The man grabbed my hair and yanked out a few of my blonde strands. What do you want? I gritted my teeth against the pain and mentally raged about the unfairness. Why can this half-zombie talk so smoothly? Don't play dumb. Hand over the USB drive. What drive? I shrank back, trying to put some distance between him and me. The man let out a cold laugh and grabbed my collar. "Kid, you'd better come clean, or I won't mind letting these zombies have a taste of you." As he spoke, he gave the zombies behind him a meaningful look. Those zombies immediately started to stir, letting out spine-chilling roars. I was so scared that I was shaking all over, and my face turned deathly pale. "Host, find a way to escape quickly." The system predicts that the opponent's talent is leader. He can control zombies. Wow, that's impressive. Just then, there came a commotion outside the door. Someone's coming. It's the search and rescue team. Damn it, it's that Oliver. The man's face changed, and he suddenly let go of me, turning to leave, but it was already too late. The next second, Oliver kicked the door open and rushed in, pointing his gun straight at the man. Let him go. Oliver's voice was as cold as ice, and his eyes were so sharp that they could kill. The man let out a cold snort. Oliver, you're just in time. I was just worried about not having anyone to conduct experiments on. Oliver frowned. Lu Liang? Weren't you dead? Oh, thanks to you, I didn't die. Instead, I gained even greater power. Now, I'm going to turn all of you into my test subjects. As Lu Liang spoke, he took out a peculiarly shaped pistol. Ding, a suspicious item has been detected. It's a virus bullet. Please evacuate immediately. Host, I gasped and shouted, Oliver, run. But it was already too late. Lu Liang had fired the virus bullet, and it quickly spread throughout the room. Host, quick, kiss Oliver. It can purify the surrounding virus gas. As soon as the system's voice faded, I lunged at Oliver, threw my arms around his neck, and kissed him. Oliver clearly didn't expect me to kiss him suddenly and was taken aback. Ding. Intimacy value plus 10. Purification value plus 10. Ding. Virus gas is being purified. The toxic gas released by the virus bullet gradually dissipated, and the air became fresh again. I let out a sigh of relief and was about to leave Oliver's embrace, but he held me tightly. Don't move, Oliver whispered in my ear, his voice hoarse. Kiss a little longer, but be good. Don't talk. Oliver covered my mouth and kissed me again. Ding. Intimacy value plus 10. Purification value plus 10. Ding. Intimacy value plus 10. Purification value plus 10. Ding! When the kiss ended, I was out of breath and my cheeks were flushed. Oliver gently pecked my forehead, as if trying to soothe me. It's okay. I'm here. Listening to his steady and powerful heartbeat, I gradually calmed down. Just then, a sinister voice broke the warm atmosphere. What a touching scene. Lu Liang had somehow escaped to the door and was eyeing us with a playful look. James, you half-zombie really have some tricks, purifying the virus through a kiss. That really blows my mind. I instinctively shrank closer to Oliver, a strong sense of unease welling up inside me. Lu Liang sneered. Don't think you can get away with this. Both of you are going to die. As he spoke, he snapped his fingers. Come on, my zombie army. As soon as the words left his mouth, a horde of zombies suddenly swarmed out from all directions, surrounding us. There were at least a few hundred of them, each looking fierce and letting out ear-piercing roars. Oliver shielded me behind him, aiming his gun at the leading zombie with a cold expression. Don't be afraid. I'm here. I tightly grabbed the corner of his shirt, suppressing the fear in my heart and nodding. Heh, what a touching display of trust. Lu Liang said mockingly. Too bad. None of you are leaving here alive. Before his words faded, the zombie army charged at us with a howl. Bang! 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 Gunshots rang out and bullets flew everywhere. Oliver was an excellent shot, almost taking down one zombie with each bullet. In a blink of an eye, he'd killed 7 or 8 zombies. But there were just too many enemies. They kept coming, and soon we were surrounded tightly. Damn it! Running out of bullets. Oliver cursed, throwing away his empty gun. He pulled out a dagger from his waist and took up a fighting stance. James, you go first. I'll hold them off. No, I'm not leaving. I shook my head firmly. I want to stay with you. Don't be stubborn. Go now. No. I hugged Oliver tightly, tears streaming down my face. I don't want you to die. Let's go together. Oliver sighed helplessly and put his arm around my waist. Silly, who said I'm going to die? I'm fine, aren't I? But, stop crying. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you. Oliver gently wiped the tears from my face and kissed my forehead. Trust me. Okay? I nodded, sobbing. Oliver smiled slightly, then turned to face the oncoming horde of zombies, his eyes as firm as steel. Come on. Let's see what you've got. He roared and charged forward, brandishing his dagger. Bang! A gunshot rang out, and the leading zombie dropped to the ground. What? Lu Liang turned around in shock and saw a figure flash in through the door. Sophia! You're alive. It was Sophia who had come. She was covered in blood, gasping for breath, but her eyes were still as sharp as knives. I'm not that easy to kill, Sophia snorted, raised the submachine gun in her hand, and started firing at the zombies. Bang! 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 Gunshots rang out, and the zombies fell one after another. Damn it! Lu Liang gritted his teeth and turned to run. Trying to run? Not so fast. Sophia raised her hand and fired a shot, hitting Lu Liang right in the thigh. Ah! Lu Liang let out a scream, clutching his leg and falling to the ground. Keep an eye on him, Sophia ordered the team members behind her, then pointed her gun at Lu Liang. Speak. What's your plan? Why create these zombies? Lu Liang sneered. Why should I tell you? You! Sophia was so angry that she lifted her foot to kick him, but was stopped by Oliver. Wait! Don't hurt him, Captain. We need him alive to interrogate and find out who the mastermind is, Oliver said in a deep voice, looking at Lu Liang with a complicated expression. Lu Liang, you weren't like this before. Who exactly instructed you to do this? Lu Liang turned his head in disdain. Am I stupid? Do you think I'll tell you? Hearing this, I promptly took out the USB drive and handed it to Oliver. Lu Liang tried to grab it but was subdued by Sophia. Oliver picked up the USB drive, found a computer and started checking it. Inside were actually Lu Liang's experiments on creating the virus, from testing on animals to humans. Seeing this, Lu Liang burst out laughing. Well, I won't hide it anymore. All of this was my own will. Oliver tightly squeezed the USB drive and shouted, You're crazy. I'm not crazy. I've just seen the truth of this world. Lu Liang suddenly stopped smiling, his expression turning ferocious and distorted. Humans are the biggest cancer in this world. It's human greed, stupidity, and selfishness that led to the end of the world. So, I'm going to turn all humans into zombies and build a brand new world. A world without pain, desire, or jealousy. Everyone stared at him in shock, unable to say a word for a moment. After a long while, Oliver sighed. I feel so sorry for you. You've been blinded by hatred and can't see the truth. The truth? Lu Liang suddenly burst into wild laughter, his laughter shrill and ear-piercing. I'd like to see how long you can hold on. Someday, you'll end up just like me. His voice stopped abruptly, his eyes went blank, and he stopped moving. Is he dead? Sophia stared at Lu Liang's body in disbelief. Oliver crouched down, checked his breath, and shook his head. Yeah, he bit his tongue and killed himself. My God! Sophia, still in shock, plopped down on the ground. My legs gave way, and I slumped into Oliver's arms. Scenes from just now kept replaying in my mind, sending shivers down my spine. It's okay. It's all over. Oliver gently patted my back and whispered soothingly in my ear. But those words Lu Liang said, don't think about it. He was already crazy. Oliver sighed and hugged me tighter. The world may not be perfect, but it's not completely hopeless. At least, I have you. Yeah. I hugged him back tightly, burying my face in his chest. Side quest completed. Mission rewards have been issued. Host. The virus infection rate is rising rapidly. Detection result. The virus bomb installed by Lu Liang before his suicide has detonated. The system's prompt sound startled me. No good. The virus is about to spread. Hearing this, Oliver grabbed me and started running outside. Hurry up. It's too dangerous here. I stumbled along behind him, my heart pounding. Then, what about the others? They've got protective suits. They'll be okay. We have to get out of here and go to a safe place. As Oliver spoke, he led me through the ruins. Behind us, the roars and footsteps of zombies kept coming. System, what should we do about this? We're really doomed. Host, increase the intimacy level. Only increase one value at a time. It's even worse than being a slave. There's no time. Host, a harmonious union can directly purify at least 95% of the virus infection count. I stopped in my tracks. James? What's wrong with you? Oliver looked at me worriedly. I swallowed hard. Oliver, would you kill me? Oliver frowned and said seriously, this isn't the time to joke. I got anxious. I'm not joking. Answer me. No. Oliver replied decisively, and I acted just as resolutely. I dragged him to the abandoned warehouse where I used to live and pinned him down on the bedboard I chewed on. I looked at him earnestly. Oliver, from now on, leave it to me. Just listen to me, okay? James, what on earth is wrong with you? Why are you saying all this suddenly? I bit my lip and summoned the courage to look him straight in the eye. Oliver, do you believe me? Of course, he answered without hesitation. Then don't reject me. Oliver's eyes darkened. James, are you sure? Really want to do this at a time like this? Right now? Immediately, right away. I slumped into Oliver's arms. Just before I fell into darkness, I seemed to hear the system's prompt sound. Ding. Intimacy level 99 plus. Purification value 99 plus. Virus infection rate detected to have dropped below 5%. Automatic purification program initiated. Host's task completion rate is 100%. Rewards have been issued. World order has returned to normal. Please check in a timely manner. Host, this world-saving system service has ended perfectly. Wish you a happy and healthy life in the future. I curled my lips and fell asleep contentedly. Great. Oliver is okay, and everyone is okay. The summer vacation ended. 2 months had passed since the zombie outbreak. Mom, I'm going out. I said goodbye, carrying my school bag and dragging my suitcase. Be careful on the way. Remember to call Mom when you get to school. Got it, Mom. You take care of yourself too. I'm leaving. I waved to my mom, then dragged the suitcase and walked out of the house. Suddenly, a teenage boy in a shirt walked by, carrying a satchel. Oliver. I dragged my suitcase and ran after him. Oliver gave me a cool once-over and said coldly, "What's up?" My heart stung. What's going on? Why has Oliver become so cold? Could it be that he's forgotten what happened before? Goo. Oliver, you don't remember? I stammered, my voice choking up. We've experienced a lot. You saved me, took care of me. We also. I bit my lip, not sure if I should mention that thing. What else? Oliver slightly narrowed his eyes, with a sense of oppression. I dared not say a word. Oliver and I didn't get along well before, and in the apocalypse, I took advantage of his situation. He must hate me now. If I bring it up again, it'll hurt his pride. Seeing that I didn't reply, Oliver snorted. I knew you were just playing around. You used me and then kicked me aside. I didn't. I never thought that way. How could you think of me like that? As I said this, my eyes welled up and I was on the verge of crying. Seeing me like this, Oliver furrowed his brows even tighter. You didn't contact me for 2 months, and now it seems like I'm the one who bullied you. My aggrieved feelings suddenly subsided. What? Look for yourself. How many calls have I made to you? Oliver took out his phone and held the call log in front of me. I've been calling you since the first day of recovery until now, and you never answered once. Do you know how worried I was about you? What would I do if something happened to you? I was stunned by his scolding. Then I remembered that Oliver had beaten me up because of my puppy love before. So I blocked him that day, and I haven't unblocked him yet. My face flushed instantly, and I stammered an explanation. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Before you hit me, I was so angry that I blocked you. The more I spoke, the softer my voice became, and I lowered my head, not daring to look into Oliver's eyes. After a long while, I heard Oliver sigh. Look up. His eyes had softened. I'm sorry. I was too impulsive that time. Oliver reached out and ruffled my hair. I shouldn't have hit you. Can you forgive me? My nose twitched, and tears were about to fall again. I forgive you. Don't cry anymore. Oliver smiled helplessly and reached out to wipe away my tears. If anything happens in the future, tell me, okay? Don't hide by yourself. I sniffled and nodded vigorously. And don't block me again. Oliver pinched my cheek. I'd be worried sick otherwise. I know. I lowered my head, feeling a bit embarrassed. Yet a warm feeling welled up inside me. Come on, I'll walk you to school. Oliver picked up my suitcase and took my hand. I was taken aback, a bit flattered. During the apocalypse, Oliver often held my hand, afraid I'd get lost. But now things are back to normal, and he's still, what are you standing there for? Let's go. Oliver turned back to urge me. Oh, right. I quickly trotted to catch up, the corners of my mouth involuntarily curving up. Zombies or the apocalypse, who cares? I'm just gonna fall in love and save the world.